So, I was telling you about my hat and glasses. So my friends ripped the hell out of me, what they still do. They literally brought it up even on Sunday at the final. I'm doing a live draw, one of my first live draws, and I'm in the studio about a few years ago. Anyway, on the comments keep coming down, and it says, nice hat. And I'm going, it's really strange. Like, obviously I'm not wearing a hat, like really, really ridiculous. Finished the draw, and somehow I'd put on a Heisenberg Breaking Bad filter, where every time I went live, I had a hat and sunglasses on, doing the live.
Is this
draw.
video still about?
This video's still about. He got me a signed and framed picture of me looking like. Heisenberg.
I was sat at home and it was early days, so like now that'd be funny. But then you were like, oh my god, this looks really bad.
Was this in this studio or was it
in that studio?
Was it in that one?
Yeah, I'll see if I can find a hand.
I couldn't even text him. I couldn't text him because
my friends bring
it
up. They even brought it up on Sunday. They bring up every time going about the hat and glasses. They rip the hell out of me.
That is fantastic.
I just thought, like, what the hell is everyone on about? I didn't have a clue. I just thought I'm ignoring the people a bit weird. It was only afterwards that I did the whole thing. People thought I was trying to be cool. People thought I knew what I was doing, and I was doing it on purpose. That was like the worst thing about it.
You were really, weren't you?
I was really, yeah.
Just speaking from someone who watched it, it wasn't cool, Bill.
Welcome back to the Offsiders podcast, everybody. What episode are we on now? Episode 8, episode 9? We're farming through these episodes. Yeah, we are.
And we had a little break.
I know, yeah. We're knocking them down left, right and centre. It's fantastic. It's brilliant. We're just talking football and we absolutely love it. I mean, there's not really anywhere else to start. Do we even need to do an intro? This episode is going to be very sort of reactive to what happened 2 days ago. Still a little bit sore, I'm sure, for all four of us.
Isn't there? Champions League qualifiers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Starting this
around
week.
the corner, aren't they? Yeah.
Tiraspol playing.
The Sheriff.
The Sheriff, yeah.
Can we just focus on club football? Is there
any
way we could just focus on club football?
I'm actually really excited for club football to be back now.
I am as
well. Like, don't get me wrong, I've loved the Euros and it's fantastic having that much football on every single day, but it's been a lot, hasn't it?
I remember like previous tournaments, like I always used to feel like they flew by.
Yeah.
I feel this tournament's gone on for ages.
It feels like it's been a long one.
Does everyone else feel like
because
that?
we've been in it.
Yeah,
I know, but even still, maybe it's as well because we've been going to it.
We've been out there, I think we're right.
It's been, it's just been.
It just feels like it's gone on for so long.
Yeah.
This tournament, but not a bad thing. It's just
no,
I'm definitely happy to see the back of it.
Yeah, absolutely,
now.
and especially after the result the other night, it's the back of it is a lot better now.
I think the whole country has done the exact same level of emotions, which was. Really poor group stages. Everyone's like, this is like beyond bad. Can't be bothered with this. Then obviously escaping from Slovakia. People are like, I just can't bother with this. Just the whole. And then obviously them going into the Holland game, beating Switzerland, then going to the Holland game and kind of having believing and actually going like, actually this is good. And then going into that Spain game with just utter belief and like everyone just kind of really not believing we're going to win, but believe back in the England team and really supporting England. That's kind of what I mean. And kind of. It'd have
been a whole lot easier if we lost to Slovakia.
Yeah, I think it would have been.
Which is such a horrible way to look at it, and a very English way to look at it. But yeah, you're right. The results following the Slovakia moment from Bellingham
just started slowly getting more and more connected to England,
and it almost felt like this was our time. Everyone kept saying this feels different. It feels different. This is our time. This is our time. And we're just the Spurs of international football, aren't we?
I was about to say it's great being a Leeds fan and an England fan.
I know. Well, listen, I called it at the start of the Euros. I said things come in threes. I called it from the beginning.
You did? No, you did.
That we wouldn't win
cheers
it.
Wakefield.
Yeah. And Leeds, yeah.
Look, it's been, losing the player final, losing in Berlin. It's been a bad summer for me.
Yeah,
it's been a bad summer.
It's been a horrible summer of football.
Really bad summer. But I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, I love it. I wouldn't change any of it except for 2 wins.
Fingers crossed at some point it's all going to come back round, full circle moment, and a summer will be amazing when Leeds qualify for the Champions League and England win the World Cup in 2 years.
I mean, the next World Cup's good. Can we focus just on the next World Cup instead?
I know.
Have you seen the videos of the Colombian fans getting into the final of Copa America?
Oh, what, climbing through the stadium?
I have
seen that, yeah.
I can't wait for the World Cup there.
I know.
It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, World Cup's there. That's what everyone's saying, like, you can't always host the World Cup with like that stuff going on.
But we did it. It happened in England.
Yeah, I know.
When it was in England.
Yeah, they made it.
We're going to turn a blind eye to it.
No,
they were climbing through vents?
Well, no, they were smashing through stewards.
Well, yeah, there was a Netflix documentary on it, wasn't there? But yeah, no, that wasn't good at all. It really wasn't good.
That's what the next World Cup is.
And then, Bielsa went on a rant about it, didn't he? Have you seen that press conference where he said that They didn't have the training facilities. The pitches weren't good enough. He said, was it Bolivia couldn't train one day, but because they're a lesser nation, he said that
football's just not as entertaining. Something along
he
those
said
lines.
that as well. Yeah, he said that Bolivia, because he went nuts after the final, I think, and then obviously the semi-final there was scraps between the Uruguay players and the fans, wasn't there? And
they were in the crowd, wasn't they?
Oh no, that was the semi-final. Sorry, yeah, that was
Darwin,
Uruguay. Yeah, that was Darwin Núñez getting in fights and throwing hands. Yeah, so he went absolutely AWOL about the fact that it was just unsuitable to host a tournament, and then obviously
the Colombians again.
I know, yeah, the biggest tournament in
where was it? Was it
world football?
Was it Miami?
It was. I'm not sure. It was America, wasn't it? I know that.
I don't know what the final was.
I don't know where.
Because they had one in Las Vegas. Was it Miami? Because obviously I think.
No, what's the Miami Stadium? Unless it's into Miami, that's a small stadium, isn't it?
Yeah,
is it? Yeah, it won't be hosted there. I don't know where it was actually. I couldn't tell you, but yeah. I mean, do you want to start? We've gone roles reversed here. We're going to start with the Euro. No, it's fine. Let's talk about the Copa America first, and then get on to what we don't want to talk about later. Yeah, Argentina won it again. Is that 2 on the bounce for Argentina? They won the last one, and they won the World Cup.
And a nice little World Cup sandwich there.
Yeah,
he retired from international football.
Yeah,
Lionel Messi. They all didn't, in Argentina he was not fondly looked at. Couldn't win an international trophy. Came back and has since won 2 Copa Americas and a World Cup.
That's some. What's the word where you come back from?
Redemption.
That's the word I was looking for. I was going to say renaissance.
Some renaissance.
Definitely not the word. Yeah, redemption. What a redemption arc from Lionel Messi. Although he don't really need one because he's the best.
He's never been in the gutter.
He's now got the most trophies from anyone. He's overtaken Dani Alves.
Has he? I didn't know that.
45 trophies he's got now.
Well, that's fitting, isn't it? Because
better can't wait to win the MLS this year.
Yeah. 46.
That'll be top
46.
They're terrible into Miami, aren't they?
No, they're top.
No, second now, aren't they?
They lost 6-1 to Cincinnati, and Cincinnati lost.
Oh, did
in the weekend 3. Yeah, it's a weird league.
6-1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they're good.
But all the players are not weren't there.
Of course, but that's
no
true.
Suarez was there.
Yeah, of course, they're all away.
Oh, can I just go on a tangent? Sorry.
Yeah, go on. That's what the podcast's about, though.
Thank you.
Just tangent after tangent.
It is tangent after tangent. Yeah, I just want to try to avoid English as much as possible. We talked about the defensive midfielders last week, Kante and Makelele and Rodri and whatnot. Someone put in the comments, obviously the best midfielder of all time is Sergio Busquets.
Yeah, I agree.
But I just want to be clear and just say, I think everybody here just kind of talks about Makelele and Rodri and Kante, and then we all just assume that Sergio Busquets is just in a league of his own.
Yeah,
he's just not worth having involved in that conversation. Sergio Busquets is by far the best player out of that list by some distance.
Tom's going to tell you now that Rodri is better than Sergio Busquets.
Piss off.
I think. No.
You're not going to turn around and say that.
What a brilliant
I'm not going to
reaction.
say that. I'm saying there's an argument for it.
Whoa! I just assumed we'd all go Sergio Busquets in the league of his own.
I do think Sergio Busquets is the best, but I also do think there is beginning to be an argument for it.
I didn't know this to be
Rodri. He just doesn't lose games.
Rodri
he's ridiculous, and he's also got
a
few more games.
All I will say about Rodri is when he was on the pitch 0-0, they had to ship him off to
who
win the
was
game.
the geese that come on? He was actually very good. He's got a weird name as well. Yeah, I'd never heard of him, but he was actually. He came on and did really,
surprisingly
well.
Spanish international.
Yeah.
Kick a ball.
Honestly, well, it was like the Italian team. I couldn't tell you, and pretty much any of that Italian team.
That Italian team is just
they've
got a dearth of.
They need a reset.
They're doing a reset. Is the gaffer gone, or is he still in charge?
Not sure.
The bald geezer, Ash's twin.
Hey?
The problem.
Right.
What I said to my friends after the final, after full-time West, I said, look, if you're looking for positives, I know there's no positives at the moment, but if you are looking for positives, the academies and the coaching and the facilities that we've got in this country, we're going to keep producing player after player after player. Like the conveyor belt's just going to keep going. It has to. Like we've got the best training facilities, we've got the best coaches, we've got the best pathways. We're going to keep producing these players, and
they can't win anything.
Well, I mean, that's
but I don't think the players is the problem. I think it's the managers. We've got no good English managers.
But I just mean back to the Italy one. They're obviously not producing.
Yeah.
At anywhere near the same level as Germany, as Spain, as France.
Yeah, and sometimes...
So you got this question why that's happening.
Sometimes nations do go through a little dry
cycle.
Patch. Yeah, where they don't have a great... and that was probably us in...
I think we've been through that.
Yeah, like 2012 to 2016 was probably that, when we were having Harry Winks in midfield, like people like that. No.
The Adam Lallana years.
Yeah. But teams do go through that, but you're right, and I think that we'll not have a lack of that for a very, very long time.
I don't think ever again. I think we'll always
I don't either, but... The lack of what we've got now is coaches, because after the result on Sunday, obviously I think it's down to Gareth what he wants to do. I think it's his choice completely if he wants to stay or if he wants to go because he deserves that. But
would you be gutted if he stays?
Would I be gutted if he stays? No, not at all.
He's given me the
best. He's given me some of the best memories of my life.
I wouldn't be gutted if he stayed.
I wouldn't. He would.
I know he would
go absolute 8.
Well, we're not going to win it if he does.
I do agree with that. I do think that. I do think he's had 8 years in charge now. He's got to 2 finals, a semi-final, quarter-final. His record is amazing. He's done amazing things. He's created amazing memories for a lot of English people. But is he just not got something in his psyche that can be that person to win or something?
Or has he just been a bit unlucky?
Has he been unlucky?
I think he's been the luckiest manager we've ever had.
This tournament, he has been very, very. He's been very lucky. This tournament.
Yeah.
So
for me, when I think about his managerial kind of limitations, I look at like Cole Palmer. Every time Cole Palmer came on that pitch. Every time he came on the pitch at any point, he influenced the game.
Yeah.
He pushed the game forward every single time.
So that's a good sub.
But why is he not having? We should have had more minutes.
Yeah, but you can't
Phil
say
Foden,
if he'd
no
have started,
goals.
he'd have had the same impact.
I think he would have done. Phil
but
Foden,
he's
no
coming on
goals, no
against players
assists.
who have already played an hour of football, and then he's coming on with fresh legs.
No, you can see when a player comes on what they've got about them.
There's an argument.
if
If it's working and he's scoring when he's coming on, why are you going to change it?
Phil Foden, no goals, no assists.
Phil Foden
played really well in the last 2 games. Against Netherlands, I think he was
not so much
He
against.
Why
did
Gareth switch?
Well, did anyone really?
No, well, I know this is the problem.
Yeah,
why did Gareth switch Foden and Bellingham for the final?
I also don't understand why Bellingham was like on as a left
That's
winger.
what I'm saying. Why did he switch those two?
I don't know. Why didn't he just?
He did it.
I don't know.
I
Honestly, I don't know.
well.
But we
Bellingham play left
didn't
wing
play a
against
3
Netherlands?
back. We didn't play a 3 back against Spain. I'm sure we didn't. I'm sure we were playing a 4 back, and Saka was just dropping in a little bit. I'm sure we started the game and we were not playing a 3 back.
It was a tough first half to watch.
It was tough. Yeah, it was painful.
30% possession.
And we're going to talk about. I've got written down here to talk about players that had an absolute howler and a stinker in the games where you need these players, big game players, big moments. Who else? Jude Bellingham was awful. He was absolutely awful.
I do think
Jude Bellingham
awful.
Yeah,
Bellingham and Kane in particular.
I'm starting.
He's had a bad tournament.
I'm starting to lose a lot of love for Jude Bellingham. I absolutely loved him at the start of the tournament. Thought he's going to be the man to take us, but he's just. There's a fine line between confidence and just being a bit too arrogant.
If I'm just being brutally honest about Jude Bellingham, when I've seen him play like in the Champions League final and at the Euros and everything else, like I've not seen an amazing player there. I've just not. Like when I've watched him for 90 minutes myself. What?
Just laughing. When I see Jude Bellingham.
I do know. I know what you mean. In certain games,
have you seen him light up?
You only see his highlights. That's all you see because he plays in La Liga.
You can't be amazing every second of the game.
Yeah,
that's why Tom goes Messi's not that good a player because he doesn't do that much.
What? When have I ever said
that? He does. He says it all the time.
What about Harry Kane? Harry Kane has had
don't get
a
Kane
really
on Harry
poor
Kane.
tournament, hasn't he?
Harry Kane has been Harry Kane has been awful. Caden's just behind the
your
camera.
mic
His mic's not on. So, okay. He's turning his
There we
mic
go.
on.
There we go.
He's turning his mic on
Caden
because he
Campbell.
absolutely.
on.
Caden's on.
I've only been watching tournaments properly since Euro 2020, and that man has been dog every single time. He's been awful. He's never where he's supposed to be. He doesn't do anything.
He chooses where he
doesn't
wants to
move.
be.
Caden's agenda
And especially like the World Cup and Euro 2020, any goal he scored was handed to him. And you're gonna laugh, but in Euro 2020, it was handed to him by Sterling of all people.
Oh, no.
I know he's had a crap season since,
Yeah.
but in Euro 2020, Sterling was amazing. So was Grealish, and every single goal that Kane scored then, it was from him just being handed to him.
The problem.
It's hard to argue.
The problem potentially this tournament. The problem potentially this tournament was they didn't have wingers getting him behind, which is why he was poor.
Rashford.
Yeah, but
Saka getting behind.
Rashford.
Yeah, but then
Oh, yeah.
other
How did
side.
Man U do
you
yesterday?
had
No, not the other
Foden.
side. Not the other side. But Saka.
Yeah,
went
Saka
in.
did. But Saka was probably one of our better players of the tournament.
Saka was
Saka
great.
grew into
Saka
the
was really
tournament
good.
very
Saka he did, yeah. But
Look, when we talk about defensive midfielders, we talk about Kante and we talk about Makelele and Rodri and Busquets. Harry Kane's got to be in that mix.
He's so frustrating. Just so frustrating.
I remember
And he was terrible,
Bielsa's last
Kane.
ever game for Leeds when I went to Ellen Road and we got battered by Spurs. Well, I think it was 4-0 or 4-1. And Harry Kane genuinely just came, because our midfield was so poor, he just came and literally was just almost playing defensive. He just came so far back to receive the ball. And he's always played like that.
He just
Ollie Watkins stretches a game.
He just
Harry
didn't.
Kane's not
Kane
stretching a game.
scores goals.
He does, yeah.
Of course he
that's
scores goals.
And I would never have dropped him. Can I just say,
I wouldn't have dropped
I would
him.
never have dropped him, no matter how.
I said
he's
he's
just-
our most important player.
He is.
before
He
the Euro
does
started.
score goals, and he's
had a terrible
captain.
tournament.
Caden
He's
would've
just
dropped him.
had a terrible.
He's
He
had
has
a
had a
terrible
terrible
scorer.
He's had a
tournament.
terrible tournament.
I know he's top goal scorer. I agree, but he's had a
Come
bad
on.
tournament. But then
That's
also,
so
does
like-
that then link back to the manager? Is it the manager's fault for him not playing the players around Kane that gets it in behind? 2, not telling.
Yeah,
Harry
I
Kane-
think you're
Foden
right.
and Saka.
No, I think
but
you're right,
Foden,
Jack.
Foden did not. Foden's not a man that gets him behind. Foden is a 10.
I think you're right, Jack. I think if that was Pep or that was a world class manager, he'd have watched the highlights he'd have watched the games back, first 2-3 games, whatever, and he'd have gone, "This is not working. We need someone who's going to stretch the game. Harry, come here and have a word with you.
Yeah.
You need to be stretching the game out." And he didn't do that, and he let Harry play exactly the same way all the way through the tournament, and it just did not work.
And then also, if you are going to let Harry Kane do what he's doing, then you have to change the wingers. You have to play Anthony Gordon instead of Phil Foden, or you have to cater for Harry Kane if he's that important to you. You have to cater for him.
Yeah, you're right. You can't have Foden and Kane.
No, I think the
both
problem.
cutting back,
I
both
think
cutting
the
back.
problem was, which is a mad problem to have. We had too many big players. You can't leave any of them out.
It's the
Like-
Scholes Gerrard Lampard
It is.
situation.
It is. But a good manager does that. And not that. Listen, I really like Gareth Southgate, and like I say, I still think it's his decision what he wants to do at the end of the day. I respect him. I love the stuff he's done for England. The moments.
Let's
he's
be
had
honest.
are
When you talk about
amazing.
undroppable names, let's be honest. We only had 2 players that you would say were undroppable names, and both those players have had really poor tournaments.
Yeah.
And I think that is kind of like the perfect storm of why it's gone wrong.
Yeah.
I think. Like
I think Foden's in the debate for not being droppable.
he was the third on my list. I was thinking.
Yeah.
But Bellingham and Kane, you would have kind of said with their reputation were undroppable, and they both had really poor tournaments, and
Yeah.
that's in the most important position on the pitch.
Yeah.
In that central
Well, is that because
forward
the other
area.
teams know that they're your most important players? So then you have got the most pressure on those.
Danny Almo's had a good tournament,
Yeah.
playing in the same
Very
position.
Who did?
Danny Almo.
Yeah, and nobody would have thought he would. So maybe he gets a bit more space because nobody thinking.
No,
Danny Olmo's the man to
no.
block up.
They don't know. But in professional football, everyone respects everyone with the same amount of respect, especially in European
Harry
finals.
Kane and Jude Bellingham come into it with a bit more.
They do, but at the
They
same
come into a
time.
match against
But
Slovakia,
then
they-
also, I don't remember any team absolutely going through either of them or being like, right, let's make sure we do a job on them too, because they did a job on themselves because they were absolutely ramble. That was the reason they were so poor that maybe they came in with a bit of pressure on themselves, but then also that they're 2 of the biggest names in world football. If you're playing at that level, at that elite standard, and to be the best in your positions, you've got to be able to deal with that pressure.
Yeah,
As Alan Shearer said.
Just a bit of positivity. One player who I thought was absolutely excellent in the final for England, and he's not getting any. I don't think anyone's really mentioned him. Jordan Pickford was absolutely
Jordan
outrageous in that
Pickford's
final. He made
He's had another
two
great
or
tournament,
three amazing saves to
I
keep
feel a
us in
bit
it
sorry
at
for
those
Pickford
points.
because if anyone deserves a trophy for England, especially over his form in the tournaments for us, he is, and he's just mint, isn't he?
I've been
He's
I've been critical of Pickford.
Yeah, you said that
I've been
before.
quite
You
critical
weren't
of
really
him.
sure.
That final, he made 2 or 3 saves where, like, at important times in the game as well.
I
really
think,
kept us in it.
I
He had
think
a really
Pickford
good game.
is
I thought
England's
Pickford.
best ever goalkeeper.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah.
I think I just think he's especially tournament wise. I think he's just been so good.
He's been very good.
and
yeah,
he's
very good.
fans love him. He's great for. He feels like the closest to one of us, if that makes sense. Someone that just loves England, wants to win for because it's England, it's your country, it's passion. It's like he seems that kind of character. Someone else that played really well in the final as well was John Stones. John Stones was really good.
I was literally thinking of John Stones.
And it's amazing before the tournament.
I
we
think
were
John
all
Stones has had a good tournament.
Yeah, before the tournament, we were also worried about the defence, and in actual fact, the defence was our best part
And
of the
the
team.
attack was, you're right.
So,
You're right.
John
John Stones is a
Luke Shaw was
world-class
good
player.
as well, wasn't he?
Luke Shaw was good in the first 10 minutes.
He's okay. He made 2 good tackles on
Yeah.
Lamine Yamal, and then apart from that. But listen,
I think Spain were just really good.
And that.
Like, they're
No,
just
they're
the
not.
better team.
Yeah.
The better team.
The best
won,
team
didn't
in the tournament won.
they?
Yeah.
You sometimes see it where the worst teams win, and that could have been us.
yeah,
Which is
It-
what
it
we were
was just-
hoping from the
yeah.
start.
Well, that's
really.
Portugal
we
did it.
could have
Portugal
nicked
did it,
it.
didn't they?
Yeah.
And yeah, but
Germany ran them close. So
Yeah.
I think Germany were the second best. Germany were a good side as well.
yeah.
It's a shame that those 2 played each other then, because they should have. Maybe Polishes should have been that final.
Yeah, probably it probably should. But then also, like, so I saw someone saying it the other day, you can overanalyze games and think where something went wrong. But then, like Josh just said, at the end of the day, they were just a better team.
Yeah.
Spain they were very good. The manager's got them playing a great way of football. They all know exactly their roles. They're all very well balanced. You saw it when Rodri come off. We thought, oh God, Rodri's coming off. This is our chance. And the geezer that slotted in was just as good
Just
as
as good.
Rodri.
Yep.
Danny Olmo came in during the tournament because Pedri got injured. Danny Olmo's now finished Golden Boot winner with Harry Kane and 4 other people. But it just shows Cucurella. Cucurella was unbelievable. How good's that
Really
ball in? for Orozabal or whatever his name is. What a ball in that is.
Well, see, Gary Neville was.
Yeah,
ripping him,
Before the
wasn't he?
tournament.
Yeah,
Cucurella
got his
bit
own
back, didn't he?
there.
Yeah. So, listen, Spain were the best team and they did deserve to win the tournament. So, I feel like the Italy one hurt more. And
I feel like the Italy one hurt more
because I just felt like
it did hurt more.
One, I didn't come with any expectations. Two, Spain are the best team. The only thing that hurt was that it was a sort of last minute goal, and then Declan Rice and Mark Gay had one cleared off the line immediately after. Danny Olmo again.
Yeah.
So
conceding that first goal in the 46th minute.
Yeah, it
was
was
so bad.
ridiculous.
That was like Leeds, wasn't it? That's what we used to.
So bad.
We actually had. I know it was a bad first half, but we actually going in at 0-0. We did our bit, and we just lapsed the concentration.
I was so happy to go into half time 0-0.
No,
yeah.
Because I was just thinking we've just managed to just hold them off whilst they've just been battering us all off, and now we can grow into it, and then it's just.
But then also we then score a fantastic goal from Palmer and on like a seriously good finish that from where he was. We attack for the next 5 minutes and then we just sit back again.
Yeah.
So I just don't. I've seen on Twitter there was a Kyle Walker throw in. I don't know if you've seen that. We had a throw in their area of proximity of the 18-yard box. We had a throw in. Kyle Walker threw it all the way back to the halfway line to John Stones. John Stones went back to Pickford and we booted it up. And that just summed it up.
He loves a
and
big
that
boot
was
Wow.
that was from like the 76th minute, and then everyone was like, that's where it went downhill, because we just then invited pressure, and then the goal that they scored, the last minute one, although it's a fantastic goal and it's unbelievable ball in for Cucurella, the gaps in midfield are terrible.
Yeah.
Another player I want to touch on that's had a stinker of a tournament, or not a stinker of a tournament, was poor in the final. Declan Rice.
He's not had a good tournament.
I thought he did an alright.
What?
A lot of tackles.
What? Yeah, but what does it genuinely right? What does he? £100 million on him.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I'm not
And
questioning.
it just goes
Declan
sideways.
Rice.
It just goes sideways
If
and
we'd have
backwards.
won the
I do like
tournament,
Declan Rice.
coming into
Listen,
it,
I do like
he-
Declan Rice, and for Arsenal, he's been he's much more attacking.
He plays
for
as
Arsenal,
an 8 for Arsenal.
yeah, he plays
doesn't
different
He's
position.
very mobile.
He plays different position for
I
Arsenal.
love
Before you go hell
I
for
love
leather at
Declan
me,
Rice. I love
I
Declan
do
Rice.
like Declan Rice for Arsenal, but as an England footballer, all he does is go sideways and backwards.
Can I be clear when I say he's had a poor tournament? What I mean by that is, how good I think Declan Rice is and the standards that he's set for
That's
West
what I'm
Ham and
saying.
Arsenal, he is unbelievable. And I don't think necessarily he's had a bad tournament in the eyes of I think Harry Kane has had a bad tournament in any eyes.
Yeah.
I think Declan Rice has had a poorer tournament for the standards, for how good he can play and the standards he has.
Especially the final game. I thought
He's just playing deeper though, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's
that's what I'm
playing-
saying.
so
That's what
he's
I'm
not
saying.
had-
Yeah, but he has
he's just
played
been
there
less
before. He has played
noticeable.
there for West Ham. He has played in
But it's
that.
not
But do you
less
think he's
noticeable.
played
It's not even less
poorly
noticeable.
in that position.
Yes.
I do.
He
yeah.
doesn't.
No,
He
I
doesn't.
just think he's not been as good as
breaks-
what
He
Declan
doesn't,
Rice
he
is
doesn't
playing.
break any lines. Conor Gallagher breaks up the play.
Yeah, but if Gallagher played 90 minutes, he'd be off, wouldn't he?
I agree. I'm not comparing Declan Rice to Conor Gallagher. By the way, let's just make that clear.
He is.
But Declan Rice doesn't break any lines with his passing. If you watch his highlights,
Yeah, but that's not really.
if you watch his
Also,
highlights from that final, how many times
the
did he give
runs
the,
for him to break the lines?
how many times did he give the ball away though?
point.
He gives the ball away so. I was one point where we've won it back in our defensive area in the corner, and they were pressing us. Declan Rice got the ball, and instead of just inviting pressure, trying to maybe win a foul, trying to do the right things and play out, he went to clear it, and he miskicked it, and it fell
Yeah, I
straight
think
to their
I know
midfield,
this.
and they went and he scored.
Yeah, I remember that.
Nico, is it not Nico Williams? What's his name?
Oh, the
the winger. Is it?
Inaki.
No, is it Nico
It
Williams?
is Nico
Is it with
Williams.
Nico? Yeah, he then went through and had a one-on-one shot with Pickford.
he
He
did
makes a
it, he
save.
did it against Netherlands when they scored the first goal, didn't
This is
he?
what I
did give the
mean.
ball away.
So I do like Declan Rice, and I love him for Arsenal. I think he's
There's
brilliant.
been bigger culprits, but he's not had a good tournament.
exactly.
I don't think.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
But like, every time, I know Gordon didn't come off along, Palmer came on. They were breaking the lines. Palmer, every time Palmer got the ball, he was looking forward and breaking the lines.
super
And
sub.
I don't think that's to do with him being a sub. I think that's to do with him being an aggressive player.
Yeah, but Saka's an aggressive player.
Yeah, but Saka, it's not the Saka doesn't. Saka keeps the ball and goes himself, whereas Palmer breaks the lines with the passing.
But I
He
also
does.
think when Palmer came on, Watkins was on quite a lot of the time.
He was.
So it changes the way that you can break those. Because if Harry Kane's on, for example, the goal against Netherlands, Harry Kane don't make that run.
No, but Palmer's done that 2 or 3 times leading up. It's irrelevant. He's just that's the kind of player he is.
I think Palmer should have got more minutes.
Play for. I think should have. Got
I think he should have got more minutes. There was other players that should have got more minutes. Anthony Gordon played 6 minutes.
and he looked good.
He
when
did look
came
good.
on.
But maybe, do you reckon the biking accident
He fell off his bike.
Possibly,
actually was a bit worse than what everyone thought it was?
because he never came on again.
Not once.
played again.
And that.
Or on the other way, do you think like Gareth said, like, be careful, don't be an idiot today, and then he's gone out and been an idiot and hurt. So do you reckon there's been a bit? It could have been that.
No,
I'm just
I
asking.
don't
I'm
think
asking,
that,
like, in terms of like,
Can't handle a bike, you can't handle the pressure of the Euros.
Exactly.
I think that's where he's gone.
Exactly. off your bike.
No offense, it was an electric bike, so they can be a bit.
He
They
got
can be a
his-
bit wild.
He got his left and rights mixed up, didn't he?
Yeah, was that what it was? Didn't he brake and he flew over the handlebar?
Because it's obviously in a different country,
Of
so the
course,
brakes
yeah.
are the other way around.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
So he's
bless
pulled
him.
the front brake and he just gone arse over tit.
That's
Yeah, well, listen, I mean, is it, how do you feel overall from the tournament? Are you? I'm not like heartbroken.
I'd say
I
there
am-
was, going back to the last final that we lost, there was expectation, and this one it was just hope.
Yeah.
So like even when we lost, I wasn't that.
I agree.
There was a
Yeah.
lot of expectation before the tournament, mind.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
fair.
but by the final, it was just hope. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
There was,
Yeah.
and even like,
We were
I
moments.
didn't know what I was gonna do if we won. Like when we beat
Yeah,
Italy, I felt
yeah.
like the whole country. Well, sorry, when we lost,
I
Italy,
felt like that.
I felt like the country was ready to win that, and then this time around, we were almost going, well, if we
I felt like
don't
that.
win it,
I genuinely
Yeah.
thought
That's a really, really good
Analysis,
analysis of all that. I think
Yeah.
you're completely right. 'Cause I agree. I could never see myself winning that tournament and knowing
No.
what to do.
neither. But
It
when
would have felt a bit
when
robbed.
do
when
we throw
played,
a pint?
Yeah, like I don't know what to
No,
do. Yeah.
don't throw a pint. When we played against Italy, I felt like if we win here,
The whole nation was ready to
it's gonna,
celebrate.
It's going to be pandemonium. It's going to be
Yeah.
pandemonium. Whereas I thought on Sunday, if we win
It would've
here,
been a weird
like,
feeling.
I'll be happy, but I'm not going to be like I wouldn't have. I felt the joy that I felt when we would have beaten Italy.
Yeah, I agree.
What?
I know. I think the whole nation feels like that.
I
It
do
was
think
that
it was
idea
because of
of
coming out of lockdown.
Mentally, yeah.
Maybe,
Everyone had
Maybe.
been through such a low, and then we were just coming out
Maybe,
of lockdown.
but
I
then
just feel like everyone was proper together for that.
Watching
Yeah.
watching some of those England group games, I wish we were back in lockdown.
I know. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was the performances. Maybe it was like just we never clicked at any point. Bar the Holland game to a degree.
There's also expectation as well. I think the expectation of us thinking that last tournament we're going to do really, really well. At Hoover's absolutely sent me, by the way. Yeah. Can you hear it?
I think so.
Can
you hear it on the
hear that?
mics?
You can hear it a little bit, yeah.
What should we just tell her to stop for a second?
No, she's got to go. Can you actually hear that on the mic?
I can't tell because I can actually hear it.
I don't reckon you can. I don't reckon you can pick it
I
up.
don't reckon you can.
I don't reckon
No.
you
Because
can.
like if you speak here, you can't hear.
Yeah.
I don't know you're gonna hear
Yeah, I don't
That'd
reckon
be
you
fine.
can. It
Um,
threw me then, though. What were we talking about?
Unless she comes in.
I
here
think-
with
Oh, the
I
expectation.
think if I had some kind of how I felt yesterday, the day afterwards, about the whole thing, I think my overall thought was just looking forward to the season starting.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of like that's how it's like. Move on from there. It is what it is.
Club-
I think club football. I don't know why. I've just got a feeling next season is going to be an absolute cracker.
Do you?
I think it's going to be a cracker. You've got all the moving parts now in place. You've got all the managers now in play. I think it's interesting top six managers. You've got established Premier League teams like the West Ham's, the Bournemouth. I think they're at Palaces. They're all. I just think like this year's set up where I think the Premier League is going to be really, really strong. I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be a cracking season this year. Man City are not nailed on for the title whatsoever. I don't think now.
But then it's his last year. He's going to leave, isn't he? But I would love for it to be the case, but football's so robotic. As we spoke about last week, it's so robotic and it's so...
Yeah, but that is what it is. You're not going to change that now, are you?
I know,
you just got to get on board with it.
I really hope it's a fantastic season because then that way it makes up for the heartbreak of England losing and hopefully Leeds can go up to the Premier League and it'll be a successful season. But listen, that's all to come and I'm very excited. It was a heartbreaking weekend for England fans and English football. But you live and you learn, you crack on, and hopefully 2026, the World Cup.
Imagine if we won it. Imagine this podcast now.
I'd rather win the World... Oh, sorry, you're on about the Euros?
Yeah. Oh, you'd much rather win the World Cup. Well, what's the World Cup to you? It's like 80-20. You'd rather win the World Cup?
Yeah.
Oh,
massively.
yeah, even more. I'd say.
Yeah, the World Cup is bigger. Again, and maybe again, this is a reason why I wouldn't have been so ecstatic if we'd won, because it was the Euros. But then also against Italy, I would have been. But I don't know. I just feel like the Euros
If we
is
won
the...
last night, I would have gone mental.
The Euros
if we
is the
win the
Carabao
World
Cup.
Cup, I think I might cry.
Yeah.
if we
I
win the
think
World
I'd
Cup.
cry if we won the World Cup. Like that, it's a different level.
The
Here's a
World-
question: Does it class as football coming home if we win the Euros? Because you could argue football's not come home there. The whole
We've never
football's
won the
coming home.
Euros.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, do we need to win the World Cup?
I
for
agree.
football
This
to
is
come
why.
home?
This is why. I
But
agree.
the song-
In
the song was
it
released-
does
Would we
remain.
then be disappointed?
But the song was released first
the
time
Euro
in
96,
'96, wasn't it?
yeah.
Was
Euro
it?
'96, yeah. For the
But then
first
why?
time.
But that's
says
because
Jules
we were playing
Rimet-
in England.
But it says Jules Rimet still gleaming.
No, because it's because we were in England. It was our first tournament, so that's why football came home, because actually the tournament was in England.
Right,
So it wasn't necessarily. I think we've morphed that into the trophy coming home.
Yeah, that's what.
But
Any
I think in Euro '96, I think it was about football came home because the tournament was held in England.
That's what I genuinely thought it was because of the fact that Jules Rimet was He's for the World Cup. I thought that's what it was for. But the World Cup is so much more luxurious as a prize.
Yeah.
I mean, the Euros is great, and it would have been great to win a major tournament again. But I'm so here for the World Cup as opposed.
Let's look forward
to the.
Is
Euros.
anybody here for?
No one wants
Harry Kane having a trophyless career.
I know, bless him.
I want him to win. I want him to win.
He's got to win something. Kane is shaking it.
He will win something. He'll win something this
He's got to win the
season,
Bundesliga next year.
I hope so.
He'll win something.
Who's their
this
new
season.
gaffer? Oh, Company.
Yeah.
So
no, they might not win.
Such a random.
They might go down.
Mental, isn't it?
They've signed a lot of players.
Elise's gone, hasn't he?
They've signed the Japanese lad as well, by him for 30 million.
Who was that?
Eniki Owa or something like that.
From where?
I don't know.
Okazaki.
Okazaki.
What?
They
spent 30 million.
On a Japanese lad.
Oh, is it that Uber?
From who?
I've no idea.
I did a trivia question last night. I did the top transfers so far.
Oh, was he in it?
And he was on it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Harry Kane will win something this year. I hope so for him. I'm not sure if Caden's is hopeful, but
La Liga, it might be him.
Who?
I think it's Uber.
Hiroki Ito is a centre back from Stuttgart. Spent 25 million on it.
Oh wow. Okay.
They've also bought João Palhinha. And they've also
Palhinha.
bought
Elise.
And they've also bought Brian Zaragoza from Granada for 13 million. They've spent a lot of money. And they've also, the biggest signing under the radar, free transfer, Eric Dyer.
If you'd have said 3 years ago, Bayern Munich are going to sign Elise, Eric Dyer, and
Harry Kane.
And Paulinho, whatever he's called, in the same transfer window 3 years
in
ago.
all fairness, you've now called Elise winning the Ballon d'Or in the next 3 years.
Oh, well, he will.
So.
Yeah. Well, look at that rise. If it keeps going.
I'd
create a new award above
win
the Ballon d'Or.
Archie will win the Ballon d'Or in the next 5 years.
Did you see Elise's goal, by the way, for France in the Olympic squad?
Oh, is he in the Olympic squad?
Yeah, with Henry. He scored from about 35 yards on the half volley, and Henry just goes like that.
We have got some more football at the Olympics.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's the only.
Why don't we send a team?
That's the only amount of Olympics I will be watching, by the way.
Because the Irish FA
maybe
and
the egg
Welsh
and spoon
FA.
race or something.
I watch a lot of it. I really love the Olympics. Because the Irish FA and the Welsh FA and the
they can
Scottish
sit
FA.
on the bench.
That's why they don't do it. Because of that English arrogance.
Yeah, but the better players have to start.
Oh,
Do you remember when Team
Let's stop
GB?
there.
Do you remember when Team GB did have a team?
Yeah. Ryan Giggsy was captain.
Micah Richards was in it.
Micah Richards was in it.
Because he's. Did they win it or did they get?
No,
What did we? They got a medal, didn't they? I'm sure they did.
Was this 2012?
Are you sure?
I think Brazil won it.
Brazil did win it because Neymar got a gold medal.
I watched
tried to score an off penalty, didn't
watched
he?
Olympic game.
I remember that.
Would you what would you compare a gold medal to? Winning that in football wise, yeah. I mean, it's still an Olympic gold medal.
It's a great question.
Surely that
That's the Carabao Cup,
is
isn't it?
no way. Is it the Carabao Cup? No, it's not.
Johnston's paint.
I'd say it's up there. It's not up there with the
Conference
In
League.
terms of football,
Conference League.
No. I'm not on about the bloody standard. I'm on about how rare it is to be able to win an Olympic gold medal for as a footballer.
Yeah, but if I went to like some footballer's house, right, and he went, here's my Premier League trophies, here's my and he went, I've got an Olympic gold medal. I'd go, ooh, that's a bit weird.
No, I'd go, wow, that's unreal.
Didn't know you did swimming.
Where's your shot put?
Micah Richards, the fencer.
It's just like what I love about the Olympics is like it's the pinnacle for so many sports.
Yeah.
Even for like basketball. Even like Team USA, like for them to win the Olympic gold medal, that is actually their pinnacle of the
tennis.
NBA. It is.
What's his face?
Murray.
Nadal.
Nadal.
Didn't play at Wimbledon because he wanted to play at.
Is that
the
really?
Olympics.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he knew that.
he also wasn't
Because
going to win the
he's French.
Yeah.
And he's French courts. Isn't it? Is it clay courts?
Clay courts, yeah.
Yeah, but
making
you
this
look
up.
at
No, it's clay. I don't know if the tournament. Clay.
But basically, he wanted to play
I think it's
that
hard,
instead of Wimbledon. So that puts it on.
Look at
level.
the
Yeah, but if he
squad.
was 28 and in the prime and the favourite to win Wimbledon, he would have chosen Wimbledon.
Yeah, Alcaraz is just good, isn't he? What
Sorry,
did you say, Tom?
Oh, I was
Have you
gonna
forgot
say,
that, mate?
Sorry. Look at the squad that France sent to the Euros compared to the Olympics.
Oh no, yeah,
It just shows exactly.
Absolutely.
What? Shows what?
What the people say? Yeah, but the Olympics is under 23s as well, don't it?
Yeah, what do you mean?
It shows how much more prized the Euros is compared to.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
It sounded like you were trying to make out.
No, I didn't know what. I didn't know. No. I'm just saying.
I thought the question that we all thought you were asking was a better question, which was
All right, then answer that one.
what level would you put the gold medal? Is it Carabao Cup? Is it Conference League? Where would you go? What level is that? Kind
Probably
of equates
Conference League
to?
then.
I think Conference League's not a bad shout.
Yeah, because it's still.
Johnston's paint.
No, it's not the Johnston's Paint Trophy.
You've got 80,000 at Wembley nowadays for the
FA
Johnston
Trophy,
final.
Bromley in the final of the FA
FA Vase.
I'm in the vase.
Coca-Cola Cup. Are you in the bar?
Yeah,
It's
we're
quite
in the vase
impressive.
this year. Yeah. We've got 1874 Nantwich in about 2 weeks, actually. First
Probably a
round.
good standard.
Yeah, we'll be good. Yeah,
Yeah.
they are. They're decent. Nantwich, yeah, they're a good team.
Wow.
They'll be a good team. Yeah, they must be above you.
Playing away.
Yeah, they are the league above.
Yeah.
No, it's at home. So get yourselves down to Bellevue Stadium. But yeah,
Can sell down to Paris.
yeah. I'll tell you what. Well, listen, that's where we'd find the standard if the FA Vars for Wakefield versus Nantwich is as good as. Who else are in the Olympic football? I don't even know how Olympic football
every
works.
nation's in the Olympic football except
But
for
us.
us. Yeah,
Just
because we go as Britain and the FAs won't put us together.
Really?
Yeah. But in
We
2012,
should, though.
in 2012, if you're the host nation, you have to have a team in every sport to be the host nation. That's why we had to have 2012.
Oh,
we
that
never
is
since.
so bloody annoying. I'd
Do
love
the, do the women have a GB team? I'm sure they've put the GB team through before, and the men
I
haven't.
doubt it.
I need to look into
I
this.
mean, it might be wrong. But
I'm not sure. I don't
New
think
sport.
so.
Okay, this is interesting. The Olympics. Sorry, we've got a bit of a tangent, but new sport. Golf is in the Olympics, isn't
Oh,
it? This
is it?
summer? I think a gold medal in
Brilliant.
golf. That's going to be up there with the Masters.
Yeah.
Is this the
No.
first-
No. Hear me out.
Relax yourself,
No, hear
Bill.
me out. Maybe not straight away, but I think gold medal in the golf will end up being a top echelon
A major?
thing that you want to win. I think a gold medal in the golf. I think it will become a massive.
because there's
Yeah,
no
but the
prize.
reason-
What about the prize money?
The reason
There's
the
no
reason
prize
also
money
the
there.
reason the
No, but-
majors are so prestigious is because of the history
No, but I'm just mean like maybe not straight away, but
in 150 years.
in 1,000 years.
Rory McIlroy
defect
Jr.
in golf. People defect in golf for the money. They all went to that new Saudi.
Golf
league.
is extremely.
They're not going to go.
lucrative.
Oh well, I'll tell you what, that gold medal. Well,
I don't know. I think it's
They
more
just want
prestigious.
money.
Maybe not.
Dustin
maybe.
Johnson earned $111 million playing golf last year.
Wow.
That is mental, and that's just from golf. That's not even any sponsorship.
Could have bought one of Cristiano Ronaldo's bedrooms.
Oh, maybe.
was it not in the last Olympics golf? Am I making that up?
I thought it was this one.
Well, that'll make me watch the Olympics then. Purely the golf.
There you go. Shall
And-
I look at the new sports? Sorry, I don't get my phone.
I'll
Yeah, you can do.
I'll
it.
watch the
I
golf.
thought it was in the last one, but I might be
What
wrong.
else? What else do I watch in the Olympics?
Running.
Sack race.
I think I loved it. I think you're being quite harsh to the Olympics. Right,
The
new
final of the
games.
running's all right, but
You can never keep track of what's happening.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, Jack. I'm going with you here.
Go on.
I've sacked this off. No, I've sacked off the Olympics. One of the new sports in the Olympics is breakdancing.
George Sampson would have a field day.
That can't be true.
Why?
Yeah.
Come on, break down.
Do you reckon-
Have a go.
Get Blake
Surfing.
Harrison on Neil off in between us. It'd be absolutely fantastic. Representing GB.
Skateboarding.
Yeah, skateboarding.
That was in the
you're
last
right.
one.
You're right. Golf's not on this. It must be on 4. So actually, that whole point's rubbish because no one knows who won the golf medal last time, do they?
Yeah, well, there we go.
Skateboarding's not new either.
No, but it'll be a type of skateboarding. It'll be like a different format.
No one knows who won the golf earlier, 4 years ago, but Bill compared it to the Masters.
Get the gold jacket on.
Gold jacket. That is fantastic.
Breaking news.
Oh, nice.
I like that, yeah. my buzz is perfect for that. For breaking news, we've come back upstairs to film a little bit of added Brucey bonus. This is going to look like a strange podcast here because anyway, Southgate's gone, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
This is going to be a strange podcast here because we're going to have the first part talking about should he stay,
Yeah.
should he go,
Yeah.
would you have him here? And then now we're back here going, he's gone.
He has gone.
And he's done the right thing.
Oh, of
He's
course,
gone.
yeah.
Tom's going to be dancing in the streets.
I think I
tonight.
actually said before we stopped filming earlier that it was his decision. And I
Yeah.
think his
Which
decision,
Which is the right thing.
yeah, and his decision has been
He's
to
earned it.
leave. Yeah, obviously, and to be fair, listen, I love him and I'm really happy with what he's done. But it probably is the right time to go. Probably is about time for a new manager. 8-year tenure is a great tenure, and he's given us some amazing memories. But I think he was a bit sick of the way he's been treated by
I think it's probably
English
fair.
fans. Yeah, in terms
Probably
of
fair.
the way he's been treated or the way Gareth feels about the way he's been treated.
Both.
Okay, interesting. Do you want to elaborate
I
on
do
that?
love that. Yeah. I don't think they're mutually exclusive. I think the English public can be frustrated with how he has managed the England team at times. And at the same time, I feel like Gareth, because he's well within his rights to go, I think I've been unfairly treated because I've delivered an unbelievable
Yep.
house. I'll sum up Gareth Southgate really, really quickly. When he took over after Roy Hodgson, after the Iceland
Sam
debacle.
Allardyce, wasn't it?
Sam Allardyce came in.
Don't forget
Oh, yeah,
Big
but
Sam
it
won
was-
for one.
Yeah,
Best England man.
I forget you. Yeah. Do you know something? Yeah, 100% record. Yeah. Anyway, when he came in at that point, nobody would have thought he'd be here for 8 years, two finals, a semi-final, and everything else he's done. There's not a single person in the country that thought I would have thought Gareth Southgate has had the history that he's had. So you know what? Fair bloody play to the guy.
He's raised the bar.
He has raised the bar. He's done it all himself.
And whoever comes in now is going to have a tough job.
Really tough job.
It's like following Klopp, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. Following Bielsa.
Yeah.
I'd take Klopp.
I mean, listen, Klopp is available. The question that is on everyone's lips now, I guess, is who's next? Who is the next manager?
Well, should we do it? Shall we have a look?
I think the favourite's Graham Potter. I think it is Graham Potter. And I'd be happy with Graham Potter. I like Graham Potter.
Lee Carsley, we're talking about him.
Who's Lee Carsley? Wasn't he the player that used to play for Birmingham? Everton.
Yes, but he's been the under-21 manager for
the
quite a while.
bald geezer.
Yeah, he's been the under-21 manager.
I genuinely thought that was a joke when I saw someone.
It worked for Spain, so we go, well, if their under-21 manager wins.
Hang on a minute.
Was
he a right back, Lee Carsley?
Centre mid. Was Carsley?
Or Steve Stern.
Big bald geezer.
Yeah, I've seen him play it on the road. Yeah.
Right,
we have got Graham Potter in at early doors at 2-1. Lee Carsley 5-2. Eddie Howe 3-1.
England if Lee Carsley gets that.
10-1. We've got Poch and Klopp. Thomas Tuchel in it. Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind Thomas Tuchel.
He's German though.
It's just whether the English population would be happy with a German.
Can't have a German in charge of England.
I would love it.
Why?
I like an Englishman.
What an upgrade that is.
You're a right little German fan.
Innit? I know. Yeah, I just don't think a German can't be in charge of an English team.
Lampard 16-1.
Oh yeah, Lampard.
Oh my God!
Stay away.
I will not spoil.
Stay
you.
away.
Jose Mourinho 25-1.
I'd rather Lampard over Carsley.
Lampard don't have any tactics.
That's not true.
That's what got found out.
Not true. And John, know why I disagree with that? Because I was listening to the rest of his football podcast, and Gary Lineker, Alan Shearer, and Michael Richards all said that his analysis in the post-match game and the stuff he was talking about at half-time, that is the best that they've seen from anyone on there.
They said on Monday Night Football that Jesse Marsh's was the best that they'd seen when he was on there.
All right, and Jesse Marsh got to Canada's semi-final.
Jesse Marsh knows what he's doing.
He didn't work in the
Jesse
Premier
Marsh
League.
knows what he's doing.
He does know what he's
doing. And then this is a very interesting one. I've got my new favourite here. That you got two players I want. You got Carrick and Gerrard at 33-1.
You can say it. Mike Bassett.
The next one, 33-1.
Bielsa.
I'm going to be sporting for the new England manager. You heard it here first. Get him signed up. Gary O'Neill. 33-1.
Would he do a good job?
No.
I think he'd do a good job.
Oh, I don't know.
It's not a forward step, is it?
There's not. This list is not great.
I know it's not great.
Not
but
great,
to be fair, it's very immediate.
Eddie
we are
Howe
literally
3-1,
filming this about an hour, 2 hours after it was announced.
Just some of the names. You've got Ange Postecoglou, Steve Cooper, Russell Martin, David Moyes, Thomas Frank, Carlo Ancelotti, Brendan Rodgers, Wayne Rooney, I'd take Serena Wiegman.
God, could you imagine
Serena Wiegman? That'd be a good call, wouldn't it?
Rodgers
put the cat amongst the pigeons.
Yeah,
but he's not
only
English.
jumped ship once.
He's Northern Irish.
You can't have that.
It's the same with the. I think the next manager, he just has to be English.
Yeah,
but
Emma Hayes.
There isn't any English.
She's gone over the pond. She's in charge of US.
She's how much?
6-1.
I thought you said 6-1.
I thought you said 6-1.
Rob Edwards 6-1. Marcelo Bielsa 6-1.
I'd love Bielsa.
Klinsmann, Roberto Martinez, Julian Nagelsmann.
Someone like that I could back, like a South American, but not someone like that's sort of
Alan Pardew,
close to home. South American Alan Pardew.
We need an Englishman.
Yeah,
that is a poor list.
What European managers are there in charge at the minute? Like that aren't native to the clubs they represent.
What do you mean?
Like currently, like from the last Euros.
Oh, you mean international managers?
There isn't really, is there?
Is there other countries?
The Georgian manager,
Willy Sagnol.
Yeah, he's French.
I really feel like the national manager should be from that.
I know it should be.
I agree with that.
But whilst it's not a rule, I'd rather get in a better manager.
I just don't feel like it. It wouldn't feel like we've won it properly.
Really?
I feel like if Klopp came in or someone like that and won the Euros as opposed to Southgate winning, it wouldn't feel the same.
I agree a little bit with that in terms of when Sven was in charge. I enjoyed the Sven years, but it did feel a little bit better as Southgate.
Yeah, it does.
Everyone on English,
And he's played for England as well. I like Graham Potter.
Yeah.
I do like Graham Potter. I think
that could happen.
It could happen, and he's probably a good manager to come in. Chelsea didn't give him time. He was good at Brighton with young players. He was attacking, exciting football. And he used to manage Leeds Beckett. Perfect.
He looks a bit like Gareth Southgate as well.
And that.
He's a blonde. Hand him down his waistcoat.
He's a blonde version.
Do you not think that's a bit of a sideways move?
No.
because Potter is tactics.
Potter don't, and also Potter and Southgate don't. Yeah, they don't play the same style of football. Potter was very exciting, attacking.
At Brighton, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Right. Well, let's just quickly flip this on its head. Where would you see Gareth Southgate's next move?
I think he gets a role at the FA.
Yeah, like a director or something.
I don't think he goes into management.
For me, that's his.
He got a role at the
was
FA. I think
he
he was at Borough. Then he went to
2011
he went to something at the FA, and was a bit of a spokesperson for the English team, and then obviously took charge of them in 2018. But I think he goes into a sort of higher up role at the FA. I don't think he goes. I don't think he goes into club football for a long time.
He's not going to do that. He's going to go into club football. But the right thing for him to do would be absolutely to go do an ambassadorial role, because that's the right step for him.
I don't think
he's got one shot at one club, I think, and I think whoever he manages, it's not going to go well.
I don't think he goes to a club.
I do.
Do you really think that?
I think we'll go to a club.
I know ITV have offered him a punditry role, haven't they?
Oh, brilliant. Well, he'd make a good pundit. Actually, no, he wouldn't. He'd be too nice, wouldn't he? You want the Roy Keanes of the world.
Roy Keane and Southgate next
Bit of diversity.
Yeah. Well, no, Southgate would be too kind. I'll tell you what, I will be anticipated to see when he does a bloody interview with Stephen Bartlett. That'll be good. Because at some point that's going to happen.
Do you reckon that'll happen?
Yeah, Gareth Southgate on Diary of a CEO, 100%. And he'll just talk about the whole England tenure, and we'll be able to sit back and listen to that.
Nice.
You don't know what Diary of a CEO is?
No.
Yes, you do. The podcast with Stephen Bartlett.
Is Stephen Bartlett the guy on Dragons?
Yes.
Oh, no,
He done it with
he can go on the
Lampard
list
and
with
Tony.
Klopp for me.
He can go on the list with Klopp. He'll do it. He'll do an interview with Southgate at some point, and that'll be a very good listen.
Great.
Shall we move on? Goodbye, Gareth.
Goodbye, Gareth.
Can we
Thank you.
just very quickly? Can we just rate Gareth Southgate out of 10 in your opinion? His tenure and what he achieved, and all of it together, the whole thing into one rating of 10. Out of 10. Ash,
I give him a 9.
Yeah, I'm going to give him an 8/9, and I'd just like to say, Gareth, thank you for the memories. I've had some great times in the past 8 years. My first ever lads' holiday was cheering on England in the World Cup in 2018. That was fantastic. So I'm glad you've left. It was probably the right thing to do, but you deserve to get the pick. So thank you, Gareth Southgate.
So yeah, 9, what I said.
To be fair, the state of the international team when he first took over compared to now is obviously props to him for like what he's done there, but it is the right thing for him to do, to step down, get someone better, more tactical in charge. I'm going to give him a 7.5.
That's a bit harsh.
You were hating on him.
But I think he can still dislike him wanting to leave, but still also appreciate what he's done.
He's done great for the national team, but he's, like I said, an awful manager.
I'm going to give him
7.5 is a bit harsh, to be fair. I think for 2 finals.
I'm going to give him 8.5.
Yeah,
8.5. I think 8's harsh. 9 is probably a little bit too early, so I'm on 8.5.
Well, I said 8/9, so it's probably 8.5 too.
Yep.
Gareth, thank you.
Thank you, Gareth. And
thank you for the memories.
Gareth. And it's more importantly, it's time for the quiz.
Yeah,
there we go.
And we've got a full house. We've got a full house again. Caden
Quizmaster's back.
Hello, everybody.
What time's it, Caden?
It's quiz time, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are back. I'm excited.
You sound it.
Wow. Very enthusiastic, Caden.
I should have been in Greece. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
It's just depressing, isn't it?
Yeah.
What now?
Well, no, it's just when he next come back from a...
Oh, bloody I'll get over it.
Oh.
Bless him.
Last
Can't
week,
believe
this.
it.
Podcast happened.
Last week's news, mate.
Potholes happened, Caden. Get over it.
Fuming. But yeah, it's quiz time. No, thank you very much. This one's written by Seb Short.
Thank you, Seb.
Podcast. We've got one question each, and they're worth 5 points. So there's 5 answers per person.
Oh, okay.
And then we've also got 7 buzzer questions. Ash, could I hear your buzzer?
You may.
That's brilliant. We don't even need those yet. I love it. I just love it.
Let's do it again.
Ash, you're up first.
Yes.
Name the 5 players that England took to the Euros that didn't feature.
Oh, I know this. They didn't feature in the games. Yeah, that is right. Yeah. Ash, you'll know all these. You know all these.
Adam
Ash.
Wharton, Ramsdale. Uh-oh.
Are you joking me?
I'm not joking you. I wasn't as engrossed as some people in this tournament. Oh, I don't know.
Ash, are you actually joking?
I'm not joking. Let me think.
Can I swap partners for like Leia or something?
No, because right, I'm gonna have to think.
He's got 2 points, and that's it.
Just throw 3 players in there, mate.
No, because I don't know who they are.
No, just any player.
No, we've got to go.
I can't think.
Caden,
yeah, I'm going to
it,
move it on. I'm going to move it on.
Right,
that is terrible.
so you got 2. Did he say Ramsdale and
and he also
Wharton?
then went,
Yep.
there can't be another goalkeeper.
Right.
Oh, wait, there is. Dean Henderson.
Tom, do you want to...
Ah.
Oh, hold on a minute.
Well, you've got
the
the
Dean Henderson.
Yeah.
Joe Gomez.
Yeah.
And
Lewis
Lewis Dunk.
Yeah, well
See, I
done.
wouldn't have got them.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
really?
have got them. Yeah. I've not been watching the other bits. I've only been watching the
two.
matches.
Well, they have been featured, so you know want to see it. Right, that's a good start. So it was their question, and we're 3-2 up.
I'm moving forward.
Honestly.
Okay, next one. So for Bill,
I'll be honest, Ash, I've lost so much respect for you. That is so bad.
I was telling you about players' minutes earlier.
Yeah, but I don't listen to you.
Fair enough.
Bill, name the 5 England penalty takers versus Switzerland in order.
Oh.
Tom says it.
I made a video on this. Oh, this is so annoying.
You can't answer him.
This one's not aimed at you. This is just 4 in a row.
Have you not got a pen?
Thank you.
Why? I'm not going to be able to. Why is it in order?
Oh,
it's just a
Bill.
question.
I think
order.
I'm
no!
There you go.
Yeah.
Don't know what to
I can
tell
get you all 5.
Can you get me the order?
It's hard when you got the pressure on you.
I'm sure that's the order.
I agree with that order.
I'm just going to get guessing if
Uh-huh.
Go there.
Bellingham, Palmer, Tony, Saka, Trent.
Get in. Get in. Did you get one?
Yeah, you got Trent in the right order.
Yeah. Palmer was first. Then we've got Bellingham. Then
Yeah.
we've got Saka. Then we've got Tony. Then we've got Trent.
Yeah, well done.
Get in, Ash.
Well done, Jack.
That's
Let me
4
just
for us.
We're 3-2 up after the first question.
So what's that now? 1 for you, 4 for us.
It's
Why did it have to? Why did it have to?
6-5.
6.
6-4 to us.
6-4.
Why did it have to be in order?
Oh
Dunno.
no.
Don't know what to tell you.
Oh
Seb,
no,
take it
oh
up,
no.
take it up,
Get
Seb.
in. Get in, Ash.
You got the right 5.
I did get the right 5. I was happy to get the right
Who did
5.
you miss? Trent.
Palmer's one I couldn't think of.
Really?
Yeah.
Jack, you on next.
Yeah, go on, mate.
Name 5 of the 6 teams who finished bottom of their groups.
Albania. Ukraine. Scotland. Who finished bottom of ours?
Such an easier question.
Yours was pretty easy, I'll be honest, Bill. Serbia. And then there's one more. Do you need one more? That's 4 I've said, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
One more.
Who finished bottom?
Come on.
Sorry.
Just take your 4 points and move on.
We'll go with... yeah, I can't even think of one.
You
Pass.
Yeah,
You might have got one wrong.
No, so all 4 of those are correct.
Yeah.
So, should we go with it?
Yeah, go with it.
Poland.
Oh, yes, Poland.
Yeah, well done.
I was
And
trying
then
to
can I
think
guess
of that group.
what will be the last one? Is it not?
Which group have we not said?
I'm not sure. I
Who was in the
couldn't think of
Portugal?
France.
Who finished below Georgia?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
Turkey, Portugal, Georgia,
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic. That's the other one. Yeah, it is.
They
Correct.
come bottom.
It is that, yeah.
Blimey.
Damn, I didn't even think of that.
So that's 2 points to us.
No, 1.
1.
So what
the
the
score?
overall score?
It's currently 10-5.
Jesus Christ.
It's ramped up.
Sorry,
To be
blasphemy.
fair, no, if Tom gets all these right, then
Yeah.
then we
Yeah.
draw it, aren't we? So
Right, yeah, Tom, this is for you. Name 5 of the 6 players that finished tied for the Golden
I know
Boot
it.
on 3 goals.
I know I did. That's why I did it.
5 of the 6.
Yeah.
So easy.
Harry Kane.
So easy. Oh, please have a bottle here.
Danny Olmo.
Have a bottle. Laugh me.
Jamal Musiala.
Oh yes. I know the other ones.
That Georgian striker. But I need a name.
I've not
for
got that down.
Yeah, you do need to know.
3 goals. 3
and,
goals. 3 goals.
and then this geezer.
Think of
It's
the
been
different
a
nations.
while.
Think of
Come
different
on,
nations.
whoa,
Think of different
whoa,
nations.
whoa, hell,
Let's-
it's
hang on,
conferring.
hang on.
I'm just thinking that's not
Caden.
conferring, is it?
Tom, I'm sorry, mate. You're gonna have to just pass if you don't know him.
Mine's gone blank.
Caden.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
come on.
Cody Gakpo.
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
Ivan Shrans. Is it Shrans for Slovakia?
Yep.
And then Mikkel Tadzi.
Yeah.
There we
Well
go.
done.
Boom. So that's 2
Sorry,
points for
Bill.
Jack and Ash. Come on.
No.
Come on.
You did better than I did.
So 12-8. Is that scores?
That is the score.
Come
yeah.
on.
Why do we take 3 goalkeepers? That's my question.
I think every
Yeah,
nation does, mate.
every team
What
always
is the
takes
point?
3. You just have one as like the backup, don't you?
Yeah, but what's the point?
Right. The first one in the buzz around is Spain scored the most goals in the tournament with 15, but which team scored the least, hitting the back of the net just once? Yeah.
Czech Republic.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Serbia.
That is correct.
Well done.
Good answer.
Well done.
We were going to say Poland if not.
Are we not on Serbia?
No, I wouldn't think Serbia.
Next one
answer.
is which team's goalkeeper pulled off the most saves in the tournament with 29?
Which teams? Georgia.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I was thinking Georgia. That's annoying.
What's the score?
Boom.
What's
That's what it's
the
about.
score?
It's
That's
about
a
the buzz
great
around. It's about
shout.
pace, speed,
It's-
accuracy.
13-9. You guys.
Come on, Ash, we're in this.
Oh,
Come on,
that's
Ash.
in a row.
Ash, don't count your chickens just yet.
2 weeks in a row.
Next
Incoming.
one is only 4 teams were able to win 3 or more games in normal time. Spain, Germany, the Netherlands, and...
In normal time. Oof.
Come on, Tom.
Turkey.
Well done.
Come on.
Great answer. I'd have never got
I
that.
would never have got Turkey.
Great answer,
Great
that, Tom.
shout, that Tom.
Well
We
done.
needed that. We
Didn't
needed
even
that.
Didn't even think of Turkey.
10-13.
Yeah, but we need another
Come on,
one.
we need to
Yeah.
get this next one. We need to
But
get this next one
still,
for a chance here.
Get a point.
Right, I'm going to preface this. Say you need to get all 3 of these answers
To get 1
to
point.
this question for 1 point.
Three
Okay,
points, cool,
3
cool.
points.
No, no.
No, it's
1
1.3. Look at him trying to sneak it in there. Can't believe it. Right, name the 3 teams that won a penalty shootout.
Go on, quick. Go on, quick.
Relax. England, France, and Portugal.
Correct.
Get in!
Yeah.
Get in, Ash! I thought of them off the top of my head as well.
Couldn't tell.
Wow! You've got to do it right now.
To be fair, you did.
It's deserved.
Wow. Oh,
14-10.
spitting bullets there.
Next one is, which team gave the most fouls away, averaging 13 fouls a game? Go for it.
Czech Republic.
Incorrect.
That's quiz done.
I'd have said Turkey. Just because they got
Turkey
loads
is
of
who I would
yellows.
have thought.
Turkey.
No, it's Spain.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
wow.
Interesting.
Dirty. Cheated
Well,
their
that
way
is
there.
interesting. Maybe we should have started
Dirty
Gallagher.
Spain.
Next one. Which team went an incredible 364 minutes without scoring before knocked out of the tournament? Sorry.
Is that
Spoke
incredible?
like a robot then.
France.
No.
Oh.
Oh, they went 120 minutes against France and Slovakia.
Who did?
Slovenia, Portugal did.
Oh, good shout. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go Portugal.
Correct.
Oh,
What did they do?
they had extra time, 120 minutes.
Are we doing the Who Am I? I don't.
Yeah, let's whack it in.
I'm taking a vote
Do you
here.
want to
Do
do
it for fun.
Go on, Kane. The quizmaster's on.
Right.
for points.
It is. Which team am I? One of my players has played a competitive game that saw me line up on the pitch against Gareth Southgate.
One of my players.
Mhm.
So that means it'll be the manager.
One of my.
No,
It's-
no.
Which team am I?
Yeah, but I'm
Okay,
saying
next question,
it'll
next
be the
question, next
manager of the
question.
team.
Say it again, Caden.
It's Spain.
It is Spain.
It's Jesus Navas. And he's played against him for Sevilla in the UEFA Cup.
I mean, I haven't got any of that done, but it is Spain.
I was going to say that. I was literally
It
thinking,
is
are you
Spain.
actually kidding me? What are the other?
The next question, the answer isn't France, though 2 stars of my team were born and raised in France.
Oh yeah, Lenormand and
Laporte.
And the next one, I have won the Euros a total of 4 times, and the last one, I featured the youngest player ever to score at the Euros.
Thank you.
6-2. Ash. Good work, you.
Making it back.
Well done.
Making
Well
Making it back.
done.
Told you the comebacks on
You know
this.
what? I was annoyed last week. I think they deserved it this week.
This is
Deserved.
Istanbul. There was a
Oh.
couple of great answers in there.
Jack
I'll be
has done
honest.
his research.
I'll be honest. The 2
I think
top
I got all
5
the
from
points.
these 2 was poor.
Yeah,
Wasn't it, Tom? They're
really
both
poor.
let the sides down.
No,
But
really poor, really
we
poor.
managed
really
to
poor.
we managed to get back.
If
Right,
it-
following the quiz,
Well
we've got
done.
2 quick questions. Should we go for them? 2
Let's do it,
questions from
let's
the
do it.
readers. First one, as always, our resident question asker, Liam Sumner, top man.
Thank you.
Another
Liam.
quality podcast, but it's becoming expected at this point, and I'm more than happy to carry the comments question on my own. Anyway, as I'm writing this, only a couple of hours after Watkins sent us through to the final, you'll be recording after the final takes place. I want to know what's the most emotional you've got over a game of football. This can be positive or negative.
Ooh, good question.
It's a great question, that.
Good question.
Mark.
Have you ever been positive at Shrewsbury?
No, I'll tell you what. Obviously, negative will be the Italy final.
Most ever, more than a Shrewsbury game.
It was the way we went from such a high from Pickford making that save against Jorginho today that just been crushed.
My most negative was when Frank Lampard's goal was disallowed in South Africa
Germany.
World Cup.
Oh, yeah, that was
I
sad.
cried. I
It's
remember
Germany.
being 10 years old on the sofa, punching the sofa and going into my room crying. And then I didn't get my beans for tea. But my happiest moment would have been England beating Colombia. Because
Oh, in the
I
pens.
was in Malia on my first lads holiday, and Eric Dyer scored the winning penalty, and we were about to go on a night out. And Eric Dyer scored the winning penalty, and I remember running, my dad ringing me and running into the middle of the strip and talking to my dad, being like, "I can't believe we're going to win the World Cup."
That's
So
a
yeah,
World
that was a great moment.
Ash?
I don't know. When it comes to like the hair standing up on your arms kind of, I always think of the Beckham free kick against Greece.
Greece,
That's
yeah.
what my head goes back to.
I was a bit young.
Yeah,
for that
same.
one.
I was a bit young, but
Yeah.
I know the moment. What about you, Bill? '66 winning the World Cup.
I saw it in colour. Mine would be the best game I've ever been to in my life was Leeds 4, Liverpool 3. Mark Vidu scoring all 4 goals.
Oh yeah.
Came into the stadium a bit late. My mum and my brother, we were 1-0 down, then we were 2-0 down, and I've seen this Liverpool quite a lot of times out the road. And then Mark Vidu just scored 4 goals, and it was just absolutely. By the 4th goal went in, it was just absolutely pandemonium. And it's the earliest kickoff in the history of the Premier League. The game was, I think it was literally like 11 a.m. kickoff.
Was it really?
Half 11 kickoff. It's never been done before.
What a great stat that is, by the way.
Yeah, it's never been done before, and I don't know why it was on that stupidly early time. That's probably why I was late. But but it was just one of those things where if you were at that stadium at that time in that game, you'll know what it means. It was just absolutely, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, good question, Liam.
We've got one from MikeyBo85. Great podcast again, guys. Question for you all: if you could change one rule in football to make the game more exciting or fair, what would it be and why?
I'd quite like to do rolling subs.
Would you?
I think it would just not forever. Maybe just as a bit. I think rolling subs would be quite fun.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout. I don't really know. I think I'd just get rid of VAR
I'd definitely. If I could click a button now
and choose whether it's gone. It's gone.
I'd get rid of VAR.
Yeah, probably VAR is what I'd get rid of now. I'd only keep it for offsides.
The offsides were very good in the Euros.
That's all I'd keep it for.
Yeah, that's good.
I think added time multi-ball would be good. Get another ball.
I know what I'd bring back.
A bit of that.
I'd bring back golden goal.
Oh no, golden goal is rubbish.
Is it?
Were you around for golden goal?
Not really.
Golden goal is rubbish. Because all that used to happen on golden goal was when the golden goal was in, both teams at each time just stopped playing.
Yeah.
It was rubbish. It was no spectacle. It was terrible.
Do you remember silver goal?
Yeah. Silver goal, yeah.
Silver goal.
That was
silver goal.
Silver goal was if you scored in the first half, and the game was and the game ran up to the end of that half.
Yeah. So if they equalised, it went on to the second half.
And then there's no golden goal. It's just a weird thing. Tom, what would you?
I've thought because of I hate the time wasted in added time, so I think added time should be a stop clock.
I think the whole game should be a stop clock.
I feel like that would go on for quite a while.
I do because
I love the time wasted.
The average time in a game is like 60 minutes, isn't it, of the ball in play? 65 minutes. So like,
a game of football would last so long if the whole game.
Also, no, the game needs to be 65 minutes.
But then,
I see what you mean.
The average time the ball's in play is 65 minutes, so make the game 65 minutes in the Premier League and make it a stop clock.
But the game is so enjoyable because of housery moments like time wasted.
Yeah. I know, when Spain do it against you.
It's absolutely frustrating. But then when Jordan Pickford's jumping on the ball and pulling faces to the crowd.
Yeah, you can still do that though.
Yeah,
because the ball's in play.
You can still have a goalkeeper jumping on the ball, and you still have people holding up in the corner.
It's the subs, isn't it?
It's the subs. It's the knocking the ball out of play. It's all that get eradicated.
Yeah.
Maybe then, maybe I don't mind that.
Good question, Mike. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, great question.
Say there's 4 minutes added on. As soon as it hits 94, that's it. There's a buzzer that goes off.
Yeah.
So you know exactly when it ends. Then.
Someone said that for the Watkins goal. He said because it was like 89-59, wasn't it, when the ball went in? Someone said he wished there was a 90-minute buzzer. Ball goes in the net.
Like in basketball.
A second later.
That'd be sick. You get people shooting from everywhere.
You literally would.
You would.
Just stopping the game. And it's another kneecap goal.
Well, in rugby, don't they just boot it out on the 80th minute? I'm sure they do.
It's when the ball goes out of play. You could do the same.
Yeah.
Someone just absolutely putting it in the car park. Yes!
It's a good way to win it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic way to win it.
Right, we're done and dusted. Quite a big day. Southgate gone. That's it. Southgate gone.
Yeah.
Right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz.
All that good stuff.
We'll be back next week for probably normal football again. The Euros have finished, so excited to talk Premier League and so on and so forth. But it's always a pleasure, never a chore. When you leave, close the door.
Bye-bye.